Hi everyone, Vacha here from Recording Studio 9 and thanks for joining me today. You might have noticed that I haven't actually done any video for the past 3 weeks or maybe more, and there are two reasons for that, and I'm going to share those two reasons for you again. Even though I did do a live stream recently, but I thought I'll do a proper video and let you know why. Reason number one, my studio was actually closed for 3 weeks, and the reason is that you might have seen the new desk behind me. I actually constructed this new desk myself. I built it myself. So that was the reason. So I had no desk. I had no way of doing any audio work. For this desk construction, I did put a couple of photos up on my channel on the community tab. If you go there, you will see a couple of posts of some photos of me constructing it. Basically, I did all of the design and all the measurements, and I gave those measurements to a carpentry factory, and they did cut all the panels for me professionally, because not being a carpenter, it was going to be very hard to get nice, precise cuts of those panels. So paid the extra money and got them cut, and all I had to do is put them all together, screw them up, and do all the other pieces in between pieces. I did had to put all of the other pieces together and combine them and screw them all up. So now it's all nicely sitting in my studio. Later on, I will give you a quick tour of what's connected and what's there. Now, I still don't have any of the connections done, even though my audio gear, rack gear are in there, but there's no connection done. These are multi-core cables that I'm going to be using. I had to buy these new, because I didn't want to rely on the old cables that I had. And this will actually connect between my mixer, which is the PreSonus Studio Live 24, and my patch bay and the audio gear. So it's being one sort of cable, cable management becomes really easy. These are not cheap. They're about, they range anywhere between 50 to 60 Australian dollars each, and I had to buy 4 of them. So I still have to put them in. I need to put them in later today or possibly tomorrow, which is Thursday tomorrow, because Friday I actually have one of my regular customers, clients that come in to do recording will be in. They are booked in. So I better get these things finished and done, ready for the Friday session. So that's reason number one. Now let's talk about the reason number two. If you haven't noticed, if you go to my channel, out of the 500 videos that I had, I made pretty much most of them private, and there's only about 40 or 50 videos left on my channel. And the reason I removed all of those videos is a personal reason. For all these times, I've been making videos, doing reviews of products, software, plugins, DAWs, and hardware, audio gear, and so on, as well as doing pretty much video user manuals for some of the companies, manufacturers. And I felt that all of those videos that I done, I did not get the recognition I deserve, because they were pretty much like free promotion and advertising for those companies or manufacturers, even though I did not expect anything from them, far from it. But a recognition, an acknowledgement would have been nice for them to say, thank you for making this video. And I did send, every time I made a video, I did send the manufacturer a link to my YouTube channel saying, hey, look, I made a video that demonstrates your product, that talks about your product, talks about the good things about your product, or how to use your product because of your shortcomings of your product. But I never got any reply back, and I never got any acknowledgement back from those companies. So that's the reason why those videos no longer exist on my channel. And I don't believe I'll be making any such videos anytime soon, or if ever. Now, having said that, there has been few companies who regularly acknowledged my videos, and not only thanked me for them, they've actually promoted my videos through their social media links. And some of those companies I can mention is Magic. I had no real affiliation with them. Every time I made any video about Magic Music Maker or Samplitude or any of their other products like Acid Pro, they actually thanked me, and sometimes they even actually gave me a free license so that I could fully evaluate the software instead of being a demo version. So I really thank them for it. The other companies, which also include like Ample Sound or ImageLine for FL Studio. So some companies did acknowledge my videos, and thank you for them. But some of the bigger companies didn't want to recognize, didn't even say thank you for your time. So that's what really pissed me off. Now, without naming too many of them, I should mention at least two of them. One, Behringer. I've got a lot of Behringer gear here. They're still sitting over there and over there, under there, which you will see later on my desk, which I regularly use. And I've done lots of videos, like the Behringer Firepower, that I've done series of it, demonstrating from every single button and knob on there and what it works and how it works. Never got any acknowledgement for any of those videos. They never said thank you for the videos, because those audio gear, especially Behringer, they don't even have a fucking manual. So you can't even refer to the manual. So I spent all that time helping people to understand how their product works. The least you could do, Behringer, is say, thank you, buddy. But no. Or my previous mixer, the Behringer UFX 1604. I've demonstrated in every nitty-bitty how it actually works and answered so many questions that my subscribers had. Nothing from Behringer. That's sad. That's really sad. I've got no gain from it other than trying to help people. And of course, there's another one, PreSonus. My studio is all PreSonus, pretty much, from the newly purchased Studio Live 24 and all of my previous purchases, the 1824 rack unit that I had, the VCL 1818 that I purchased, my RSE8s, two fader ports, the tube channels, and the Studio One Pro, and I've been using since version 1.4. So all of that time, and I had over 60 videos on Studio One, specifically a Prime Edition, because that was their free version of the software. My hope was that using Prime Edition to demonstrate what you could do with Studio One, imagine what you could do with the professional version or even the artist version. So that many videos, I have not received one single thank you from PreSonus or from their marketing or anything. Few years ago, I had to actually inquire them and send them emails and links for them to support my channel in a way of giving giveaways. So the only time that they said, oh, well, we'll actually sell you the Studio One Prime add-on features, like the Pro plugin, the MaiTai, and the Ampere plugins at half price. So I was actually still purchasing those software and giving them away to promote PreSonus. Did they say thank you? No. and that was only for a short period of time. So even though I was promoting it, it's still me paying out of my pocket to actually buy those licenses, even though at half price, but I was still buying them and giving them away to people. So that really got me a few weeks ago. I said, why the hell am I doing it? And to the fact that they promote and they tag and use their social media to promote other channels that demonstrate cut and paste something in Studio One. I mean, if you have seen previously my videos on Studio One Prime Edition and all the things I've shown what you can do and achieve a professional song production within that, and where these people who just demonstrate how to click here and click there, and where this clicking is, and where that click and where that shortcut is, and they get promotion, you know, I said that's not on. You know, I would expect, whether if it's Behringer or whether if it's PreSonus or any of the other companies which I've in the past promoted, is to share my videos through their social media, so that the least they could do, so that way I will get more views and more channel subscriptions and let my channel grow and make me happy. So that's the other reasons why I actually remove those videos and won't be making such videos. My future videos will be just tutorial and educational videos. It won't be any specific to any DAW or any hardware, but it will be explaining how things work rather than how to do something. So that way you can work out how to do it because you know how things work. So if you know the basics, if you know your numbers, you can do any math that you want. It's just a matter of learning it. Well, enough of that. I took too long already, so let me show you my new desk. Right, at the center of my desk is the PreSonus Studio Live 24, right there, nicely. The arms reach, and it nicely fits across my ultra-wide LCD screen as well. And a keyboard for my computer. And underneath there, it slides nicely out, is my keyboard. This is my MIDI controller keyboards from M-Audio, the Axiom Pro 61. I had this for quite some time. It's really nice. It's got a couple of pads there, some knobs and things which I can connect them to VST plugins, or VST-I should say, so I can control the parameters. And it feels nice. It's a semi-weighted keys. So, and once I finish recording, I can tuck it away and ready for mixing. And my speakers, as I mentioned, the PreSonus Ares E8. I had them for a very long time. My ears are already used to them, and I love them. And next to them is the Monkey Banana Gibbons. These are the 4-inch speakers that I can A and B between them. Of course, there's 2 of them. On my right hand side are my bus compressors, and I use the ART Pro VLA2 bus compressor, and then I also have the Behringer Vintager series tube composer, which is T1952. It's got a tube saturation, as I explained in my previous videos. It's really a nice compressor there that I use for bus. Underneath that is my Behringer UltraCurve Pro DEQ 2496, and this is a mastering processor. So it has a compressor, an EQ, and widening, so lots of things in it. You should read out about it and you'll know what it does. I used to use it previously for my room calibration, EQ calibration, but these days I use SonarWorks, so this is used for my mastering. And underneath that, rarely used, is my TC Helicon SonarWorks. I normally plug a microphone in there, and it does have pitch correction, harmony, and reverb, delay, echo, those sort of effects, but it's not used all the time, but it's there. Of course, fader port. People ask, you have all of these faders, why do you need fader port? Well, when you're in Studio One and you are doing audio capturing and your Studio Live is not in a DAW mode, you use a fader port to control it. It's nice and handy. I can extend it and reach out, and so it's really good. It becomes still handy. I still use it. Now to my left is my channel strips, mic pre's. So first up, I've got the PreSonus Studio channel, the tube preamplifier and compressor and EQ. And then I have my ART tube channel, which is again mic pre, tube, and compressor and EQ. Underneath that is my Behringer VX2000, which is a voice processor. I use this quite a lot for narration. Underneath that is my McKee Squeeze. This is a 2-channel compressor. Really nice, smooth compressor. And underneath that is my DoD compressor. Again, 2-channel compressor with the patch bay right there, interconnecting all of this into the patch bay, and from the patch bay it goes into the mixer and in and out. And then at the bottom here I have my Samson Power Bright. Everything is connected to this power supply conditioner, so all my gears are protected by this power supply. Underneath that is my Alto headphones, an Alto 2-channel compressor, my Pro XL from Behringer 2-channel compressor, Multicom Pro, a 4-channel compressor, which I've only used it once, but it's there. And then underneath that is my Ultra Q, which again I only use it once. This is a 5-channel EQ, parametric EQ. So these days not get used much. Of course, my tape machine and my VHS player and recorder. And on the other side, my computer sits there, nice and quiet. And there's only one fan that actually runs in there. So it's nice and quiet in here. And of course, to my right is my mic cabinet with MXL microphones, Shure and Rode microphones, and the JTS microphones there, and there's plenty other microphones at the back as well in their boxes. So that's my new desk. Well, thank you guys. I hope this video was informative about my channel, what's been happening, and what's gonna happen near soon. Hope you stay with me. Till next time, as always, thanks for watching and have a great time making music. Cheerio, guys.